It's been a while, and that is back with the milk. And by milk, of course I mean another deck profile video. So today we're gonna dive deeper into JESMON the Royal Knight. So JESMON didn't get the full evolution line in BT23, but the new super rare is just amazing. And there are some new sidekicks as well. Maybe out there are several JESMON decks that focus on OTK, but this time I would like to introduce the JESMON and GANKOOMON deck that I feel like it offers more playstyles, so it's less rigid and you can adapt to situations better. So without further ado, Digital Gate open. So for the level 2s, we have BT8 Digimon. Actually, I left my Digimon in Indonesia, so I have to rebuy this at an exorbitant rate. Before that, I used BT14 Koromon. But can you guess why I think Digimon is superior in JESMON deck? Comment down below. Now we have the level 6. Of course, the cover boy of the deck, the new BT23 JESMON. When digivolving and when attacking, it will play either a Sistermon or a decoy blocker token, as long as no Digimon with the same name is already in the field. This is super easy, as most of the time we will almost always be guaranteed to summon the token. Then, whenever another Digimon is played, it can declare an attack, which is just the superior version of Blitz. It is also super crazy that it can warp from Hakmon and has Rush plus Alliance. Then, as a partner, we have 3 pairs of the BT20 GANKOOMON and GANKOOMON X, as technically, excluding Decoy, JESMON does not have any protection and cannot finish the game most of the time. So GANKOOMON X solved this problem by giving Reboot and Perfect Digimon immunity. Also, still one of the best art for a rare card ever. As now we have immunity, why don't we add some aces as well? The level 7 JESMON GX Ace is a perfect defensive option during immunity, with possibility removals from the deletion effect and blocking. Also, it can be used aggressively as well to end games after the immunity turn. Going to the level 5s, we're being super economical with only having a playset of BT20 Savior Hakmon. The free Digivolution to JESMON with the end of turn effect is crazy, and depending on how well we're playing it, it may not even be the end of our turn. For the level 4s, first we have the BT13 Bao Hakmon that can evolve into Savior Hakmon for 2 discount whenever a Sistermon is played. This really synergizes with another new addition in the set. The other one is the BT20 Bao Hakmon, which can play a Ganku or a Sister with 2 discounts. The ratio is up to one's preference, but I suggest a total copy of 6 to 7. I prefer the BT13 one with explanations later in the video. Last level, the level 3s. We will start with the most important one, BT20 Hakmon. As this deck cannot guarantee any memory in the start of turn, its effect becomes irreplaceable, as we can trash a Sister, Hak, or Royal Knight card to gain 1 memory and draw, which is usually enough. And this deck actually utilizes Trust as well, just like purple deck I guess. This is the main Hakmon that you want to digivolve in the breeding. Next, we have the Searchers, which are the BT6 and BT23 Hakmon. The new one has the advantage of having an ESS and being able to search for non-JESMON Royal Knight cards. But the only one, not the only one, what am I saying? The old one has the advantage of opening 5. Again, this depends on one's taste, but I am currently using a playset of the new one and 2 of the old one. I recommend keeping the level 3 to around 10 to 11. But wait, there is a special subcategory for JESMON decks, which is the Sisters. For a Sistermon Blank, I am using 2 of the ST12 and 1 of the BT23. This is due to me valuing trashing and digging more than the Digivolution assist. For Sistermon Noir, or CL for you Westerns, I am using 2 of the ST12. This is due to a problem that I kinda touched previously, that a JESMON that does not finish the game will stay suspended and vulnerable. It also helps in digging and trashing. Then, because I cannot really choose, we have one of the BT6 as a memory control and one BT23 as a possible disruption. Then, our last one is, in my opinion, the strongest sister ever, BT20 Sistermon CL Awaken. It is super strong due to the stun effect, which is rare in a red deck. The possibility of recovering, name changing, and recycling is also really good, which I will explain later. Some of my friends say that I either have too many sisters or a really strange ratio, but by all means, please don't be shy to experiment with those two parameters. Next, we have the tamers, or rather, we don't have. Last, we have our options. First is a playset of From Master to Disciple, a searcher that virtually can take any combo pieces while dumping at the same time. Being 2 costs and the 1 discount Digivolution also helps us to manage memory better. Also, please remember that this card has the Royal Knight trait. Next is the new addition, which is the Sistermon Sisters Training Gym. As long as we have the Hakmon line, we can ignore the color requirement. The effect is as simple as 1 draw, but the delay synergizes really well with the BT13 Bao Hakmon, as whenever we digivolve into the Hakmon line, we can play a sister for free from the hand or trash without any limitation. I currently bring 3, but feel free to experiment, especially if you're not trying to rely on the BT13 Bao Hakmon that much. The last one is a pair of Crimson Blaze, just because this deck does not have piercing, so a spawn of small blockers will be a hindrance. But I personally feel that this is a flexible slot. I used this list to win a mini tournament and also had a 3 tournament win streak. Although, despite that, my win rate is not that impressive as I had a really down period with it. Talking about strategies, first we need to understand that this deck only has the maximum security check of 3, and usually we will pass turn after that. So for example, Savior digivolve into JESMON. When digivolving, place a sister, then your turn triggers JESMON attack. When attacking, place the token, then we have double alliance. This is the basic movement. Next, we have the name change. Let's say we already have a CL Awaken in the board, and we only have other CL Awaken and Noirs in our trash. Then, we can digivolve to JESMON, play the Noir, then the CL Awaken in the trash will trigger, digivolving from the just played Noir. Then, you can trigger just your turn effect to attack, and now, the Jazz can play another Noir. Next is the common Ganku play. Let's assume that we start with 1 memory with this Hakmon in the back, or actually can be done with any other Hakmon with From Master to Disciple delay available. We erase, then get 1 memory. Now, we digivolve to the BT20 Bao Hakmon and use its effect to play a Gankoomon for a total of 6 costs. Ganku then will digivolve Bao Hakmon into Savior Hakmon with its on play. Then, finally, we will have the end of turn. Suspend Ganku to digivolve to Jazz for free. When digivolving, play the BT23 Blanc for free. Now, Jazz can declare an attack. You can basically choose whichever effect first, or you can also time the Blanc here, but in the end, Blanc will be suspended for the alliance and trigger its your turn effect to digivolve Ganku into Ganku X for 1 cost. So in the end, we will have 4 bodies, all with reboot, blocker, and Digimon immunity. But if you choose this path, you need to increase the count of the BT23 Blanc. Now, I will show you an alternate Ganku path that utilizes the new option and BT13 Bao Hakmon. The start is the same, but we digivolve to the BT13 Bao Hak. Now, we can use the delay to play any Sistermon. One of the advantages of this path is that you can walk through it by digging, or not by digging, while digging. So sometimes there's an element of copium, like you don't have the pieces yet, but you want to dig. So it's kind of interesting. Then, as we play a sister, the Bauhack can digivolve into Savior for 1 cost. Then we will go to the end of turn to suspend the sister and digivolve into Jess. With its when digivolving, we can play another sister, and with the ESS of Bauhack, we get 1 memory back, so it's back to our turn. The Jess does not have to declare an attack now, as it's still our turn. Now, this enables more branches than the original path. Let's say we don't have the Ganku package, then we can choose to attack, then pass the turn by playing low cost options. Or let's say the opponent only has 2 security left. We can alliance with just 1 Digimon, then hard play a Savior, use its end of turn effect to digivolve to Jess, then Jess will play the remaining Lego piece, and can declare the final attack. Or just pay 8 to play Ganku and digivolve to Ganku X. With decks such as HUDIE that may give +4 at the start of opponent's main phase, giving away 6 memory or 10 memory feels the same. Now, as we're in the immunity turn, basically we can sacrifice as many bodies or securities as we like, but usually we want the sisters to be dead by the end of the opponent's turn, so that we can resummon it. If the opponent attacks with a single tower, we can just blast to just GX. If the opponent does not leave any disruption in the board, then next turn, we can just chip the securities with our small bodies, or DNA digivolve to just GX in the hand to avoid any security bombs, as we will have 4 Royal Knight cards underneath it, including the extra from its when digivolving effect. We will trash the remaining 2 securities, and that's game. So what do you guys think about the new JESMON deck? Sometimes I feel it's like a kinda awkward due to the maximum of 3 security checks, but if you familiarize with it, it's a really interesting deck because it has the girth and it has the length. I mean, in TCG terms, it can go wide and it can go tall or towering. So, and not many decks can do that, and not many decks also can deal with a lot of bodies, especially if you can achieve it in the second or third turn. So, if we're being asked, is the deck good? Would you answer yes king or no king? Type your choice down below. I hope you like this profile video. If you like it, you can subscribe and like and share to your digital friends as well. And you can comment down below any suggestion or maybe what kind of deck you would like to see in the future. So, I hope you like it, and see you on the next video. Digital gate, close. Ooh, don't forget, comment down below, comment Crimson Blaze to scare a JESMON player.